Alright people, it's Brad back again with another video. I've just watched the Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle game. It was a good game to watch. Newcastle won the game 2-1. But I tell you what, I am very, very intrigued by this relegation battle at the bottom of the Premier League. There is so many teams in the race for survival. From 12th place Crystal Palace all the way down to bottom of the league Southampton. It is so tight. There's 5 points between 12th place and the bottom of the table. It is mad. Leicester, West Ham, and Everton are hanging in the balance just above the bottom three. Bournemouth, Leeds, and Southampton are in the bottom three. It is going to be a really interesting battle to avoid the drop. So tomorrow, Wolves play Leeds at Molineux. Two of those teams struggling. So Wolves are on 27 points. Leeds are on 23 points. Excuse me. And if you look at it, I think a win for Southampton could take them out of the relegation zone. That's only if Bournemouth and Leeds lose their games. West Ham, I don't know if West Ham are playing. No, they're not. West Ham don't have a game played this weekend, so they could move into the bottom three. Brentford host Leicester. Leicester are on 24 points. They could slip into the bottom three easily. I think that will be if Leeds win their game or if Bournemouth win their game tomorrow. It is so intriguing on how this could go. Now, 9 teams in the bottom. The bottom 9 are all in a big relegation fight. It is going to be so interesting to see how it all pans out come the end of the season. I think it is going to be so. There's some names in there that you'd never expected to be down there. I think you say your Leicester, your West Ham. West Ham have been in relegation battles a lot over the past decade, but they've always come on top. This time around, you just don't know. Let's look at the teams individually. So, let's start with bottom of the league, Southampton. They've got Tottenham tomorrow. I think Southampton might actually win at Spurs. They lost on Wednesday night against Brentford. They drew at Old Trafford last week. They beat Leicester. They're on to the third manager now. They had Hasenhüttl, who was sacked, and then it was Nathan Jones, which ended terribly for him. And now it's Ruben Selles, who's had a bit of a mixed start. Lost to Grimsby in the FA Cup, which is a poor result for them. No disrespect to Grimsby. Disrespect, not disrespect. I don't know what I was on about there. There was also they beat Leicester, a relegation rival. Spurs tomorrow after the international break. A big game against West Ham at the London Stadium. That is huge. And then they've got Manchester City at home. Tricky game. Then they've got sandwiched between that and the game against Arsenal, which is a Friday night game. They've got Crystal Palace to play. Then they go to the Emirates on the Friday. Then they play Bournemouth at home on the Tuesday, and then they've got Newcastle away on the 30th of April. And then they finish with Forest, Fulham, Brighton, and Liverpool. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, I think. for Southampton. I think I think they can pick up some results against stronger sides. I think it is possible for them. I don't think it's anything for them to be concerned about too much. I think that running in May helps them out, apart from the Liverpool game maybe. Let's look at Leeds. Leeds are one of the sides that I'm pretty confident will go down, not because I'm a Man United fan or anything like that. It's just because Leeds struggle to find the back of the net and struggle to win many games. They've won 5 games this season. They've scored 31 in total. Not bad, considering the teams that are down there. But do they have that clinical edge? They can create a lot of chances. They can score a lot of goals. So this is what they've got. So they go to Wolves, a relegation rival. Then they go to the Emirates against Arsenal. Then they've got 2 home matches against relegation rivals. Nottingham Forest at home and Crystal Palace at home. And then they've got another one at home to Liverpool, Monday Night Football action. Then they go to Fulham on the Saturday. And then they will be playing Leicester, another relegation rival. Then they go to Bournemouth. And then May's very difficult for them. They play Man City away, Newcastle at home, West Ham away, and Tottenham at home on the last day. So, I think for Leeds, I think April is a very favourable month for them. For me, and I think if they don't win the games in April, I think they'll struggle to stay in this division. Javi Gracia has managed in the Premier League before with Watford. I don't think he's been in this sort of position before. I think he, relatively kept Watford in some stability, but we'll have to wait and see. That's my opinion on it. Bournemouth. Let's have a look at Bournemouth's fixture list. So they've got the Aston Villa tomorrow. Villa's a very in and out team. You don't know what to expect from Villa, and Bournemouth are a very hard working side. Again, you don't know what you're going to get from them. They played very, very well against Arsenal. Unlucky to lose, perhaps. I'm not saying Arsenal were lucky in any way, but I think obviously they were winning 2-0. They played pretty well, and they beat Liverpool as well last week, which was good for them in terms of their survival hopes. Nobody expected Bournemouth to win. Bournemouth play Fulham, and then they've got a home game against Brighton. Then they've got to Leicester. Again, that's a big game for them. They go to Tottenham, and then they play West Ham at home, another rival. In terms of the drop, again, it's a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. They haven't got any really tricky fixtures. I think Chelsea at home and Man United at home are the most difficult ones. Bournemouth have a decent run in, to be fair. If they can pick up the points in the games, Tottenham, Chelsea and Man United are games that they might find quite tricky. The other ones I think they will feel are quite winnable. So that will benefit them. West Ham, let's have a look at West Ham. West Ham, of course, have got the Europa Conference League to compete with as well. So this is their run-in. They've got Southampton next. Then they've got Newcastle at home, which is a rearranged fixture. Fulham away. Ghent away in the Europa Conference League. Arsenal at home. And then they've got to play Bournemouth again on the 23rd, because they'll have to rearrange it for a Sunday. Then they've got Liverpool at home, Crystal Palace away, and then the Saturday fixtures, they've got Manchester United at home, Brentford away, Leeds at home, and Leicester away. So it's a bit of a mixed bag again. I think West Ham, I think it's a bit hard, going to be a bit trickier for them because, of course, the Conference League, and they don't really respond well to Thursday, Sunday football, which has been evident. So the Leicester City sort of running, they've got Brentford away tomorrow, and then they've got to go to Crystal Palace after the international break, a big game down at the bottom. We've got Villa at home, I think they could win that. Bournemouth at home again, another winnable game. Man City away, very, very tricky task, almost impossible. Wolves at home, Leeds away, Everton at home, Fulham away, Liverpool at home, Newcastle away. I think Leicester have a favourable run. I think if they win the games in April, I think they will be absolutely fine. And I think they're very much capable of doing so, whether they stick with Brendan Rodgers or not. Let's look at Everton, the lowest goal scorers in the Premier League. They go to Chelsea tomorrow. Then they've got Spurs at home, Man United away. 3 really, really tough, tricky games. Fulham at home. Doesn't get any easier. Crystal Palace away. Could be a decisive game for those two clubs. Newcastle at home. April is a horrible month for Everton. Then it's Leicester away. Big game, that one. Brighton away. Man City at home. Everton worry me a little bit in terms of their running. I've got to say, but Sean Dyche, I do have faith in him. Forest, I had a look at theirs. They've got Wolves at home, Leeds away, Villa away. I think they're winnable fixtures, to be honest. United at home, tricky game. But Forest, you know, they've beaten Liverpool already this season. They've got some results against some top teams. The Man City result as well, of course. Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Brentford away. Some tough fixtures, but I think if they can win the first 3 in April, I think it could help them. Southampton at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, and Palace away on the last day of the season for Nottingham Forest. This is the Wolves running for them. Wolves will be playing Forest away, Chelsea at home, Brentford at home, Leicester away, Crystal Palace at home, Brighton away, and then they've got Aston Villa at home, United away, Everton at home, and Arsenal away. Again, a bit of a mixed bag for them. But I'm quite confident that Wolves will be fine. And last but not least, Crystal Palace. Of course, without a manager, they go to Arsenal tomorrow on Sunday. Can't see them getting anything there, I'm afraid. Leicester at home. Leeds away. Southampton away. Everton at home. Wolves away. West Ham at home. Crystal Palace actually have a very, very favourable run of fixtures in April. And you know what? It doesn't look that bad in May either. Spurs away, Bournemouth at home, Fulham away, Forest at home. That's not bad for them. Crystal Palace, I think if any team of those 9 teams have a good run in the battle to avoid the drop, it's Crystal Palace. They've got the best running out of those teams. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe and comment below, and please let me know what are your thoughts on this big relegation battle. It's really exciting for me, as a neutral anyway. I wouldn't want to be in it ever. Thanks guys, see you all soon. Bye bye.